Everybody, good morning. Turn the sound off. Hello, hello, hello. Shall we get a move along, little doggies? I think so. I don't need to have my notes front and center there. Good morning. How's everybody? I don't know why my camera is in a weird spot, so give me a sec. I'm going to fix it. More better. Much more better. So let's welcome everybody, shall we? Good morning with my magic mirror. The morning welcome. Hello. Welcome to the morning welcome. Have you ever heard people that talk like that? It's a little much. Hold on, I got to get this dialed in. Okay. Good morning, Jewel and Terry and Debbie and Valerie and Cheryl and Vicky and Terry and Carmelinka. And I got to keep scrolling. Ellen and Lisa and Susan. And Palma and Lisa and Katie and Letizia. And Jennifer and Carol and Jackie, Denise, B, Ruth Ann. I got to go back to Susan. Susan, so funny. Did I already tell you this? I have everybody for the prompts for next year. Everybody, you know, it's full, so don't ask if you can be part of the prompts. But, so I have Susan Bain and I have Susan Baze, B-A-Z-E. Is that hysterical? Two Susans, almost the same last name, change the Z and the N. Crazy, right? Who would have ever thunk it? I hope I keep you guys straight. It's going to be difficult for the year, but anyway. Welcome, everybody, to the morning. Let's do the little shameless things that we have to do. This is me. I'm creator of Cuteness, and you can find everything here at my website, on my website, at my website, on my website. I'm going to just tell you just a tiny secret. You're going to want to make sure that you are bookmarked for my website and that you allow me to send you emails, because there are two things coming up that I'm going to send emails for, and I can quite honestly tell you you're not going to want to miss either one of those, because it's kind of a sellout thing. When it's gone, and that's all I will have. So you cannot beg me for more. So if you're not on my website and you haven't put your email in, you're going to want to do that. A lot of people just click over that spot. I do. I know I do. But make sure you allow emails. Trust me when I say you're going to want to do that. Okay. Next thing. If you want to make sure that you find everything out about here, what am I trying to say? If you want to make sure that you hear all the YouTube stuff going on, you want to click the notifications bell. So make sure you click on that little bell. It's shaped like a bell. And then subscribe to this page here for YouTube. And then the most important thing is please, 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 please click the thumbs up button. There are 52 people watching right now, but only 30-something people have clicked the thumbs up button. So if you guys wouldn't mind just taking a quick second and clicking that button, that helps people to find me, and that makes me a happy girl. Then the next thing is, if you want great quality for your video, you have to do that for yourself, both here and on Facebook for all your videos. So you find this little wheel. It's usually when you hover over the photo itself or the video itself. And you go to settings, you click on quality, and then you click on the highest setting. So for YouTube, I believe it's 720. I think for Facebook, it is 1020. I don't know what those numbers mean. I just know it helps the quality of how you see the video. So please do that. Then let's go here. We did rainbows yesterday. Today is Sunshine Girls. So I'm going to cross that off of our list. So today we're doing Sunshine Girls. And we don't have a whole lot left to go, which is kind of exciting and cool in a way. That means the month of September is almost over. Is that insane? I mean, it's just crazy, right? So, do that. Then let's talk about Journal Play Day. It's coming up October 7th, November 4th, and December 2nd. Everything is ready for you to sign up now. I think my camera is going crazy today. It's ready to sign up, so you can go over to the website and sign up for Journal Play Day. You usually get 1 to 3 pieces of original art. However, this month, because I happen to love October and November and December, probably you'll get 4. It used to be for the same amount of money, you only got 1 page. But I have gotten faster and more ideas shooting through my brain than I care to even tell you. So you're going to get this many, whatever this many is. And that just reminded me, I have to post last year's Journal Play Day art for sale on the website. And if you're looking for stuff find under collage elements, that's because I have 2 other places to look for things. There are journal elements, and there are also backgrounds. So the background from last year was my very favorite, so you're going to want to look there probably later this week. So you get 1 to 3 pieces of original art, which this month you're getting 4. You get a 1 to 2 hour tutorial. You also get to make a new signature book each month and learn lots of creative ideas. It's $25 for 3 months, which works out to $8.50 a month. It's pretty freaking amazing. So the artwork that you get this month is this super cool piece that you can cut out, or you could use the whole thing and make your book out of it. That would be really cute. That piece. Then you get this background piece. Very cool. Then you get a purely purple background page, which I love, because when you pop an orange pumpkin on here, oh my gosh, it looks amazing. And then this page, which I'm just not sure about yet. I should take it and maybe do something else with it, but I'm not sure yet. So there's that. And while we are here no, let's do that in a minute. And then there's the book club, which is coming this week on Friday. So definitely sign up for the book club quickly, because this week's going to be a blast. I lied and I said I wasn't going to do any pre-work on the book club, but I already did. I did 4 samples, so, whatever. We're doing this in September, October, November, and December. 4 meetings of the book club for $30. And the way it's going to work is that I will purchase the book, or I already have purchased the book and I own the book. I'm going to take the book out. I'm going to flip the pages until I find something that I like in here that I want to make for you or with you. And then we'll make it together. So then at that point, you can decide, do I want to buy this book? Do I want to get it from the library? Do I want to borrow it from a friend? You can decide at that point. Also, in the book club, you get several things. You get bookmarks that I have created for you. I'll probably do different ones every now and then, but maybe every quarter you'll get different bookmarks. There's that one. And then you get a note paper that you can print off a bunch of pages of, at least maybe 4 if you want to print these. So then you could have 4 to take notes on for every book club month. So for our book this month, we are doing paper crafting with Carol Duvall. So you're not going to want to miss this month's. So sign up. Of course, it's always recorded and it's always saved, and you can always access it later if you can't do it currently. Then the next one is the Dyeing for Fall class, which we're going to dye some papers. We've already had the video for dyeing the papers because I wanted you guys to get your papers done ahead of time. But I am going to do a few more this weekend, so I will share that video with everybody. I don't know why these are in here, but they are. So we're going to dye papers, and then we're going to make things with those papers. So the first thing that we're going to make is on, I think it's Thursday. So I've already done the videos for the dyeing paper part. You can go back and watch that anytime. but I think it's Thursday that we're going to create the leaf wreath and the 3D sunflower. I think that's right, at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I gave myself a little bit of time so I don't have to rush so much in between this and that. So sign up for that one if you like painted papers and dyed papers and things that are a little bit funky for fall, because we're going to make lots of stuff out of them, with them. But the main point is to dye a whole bunch of papers. All right, so then let's see. This is new and I wanted to share this with everybody. So if you look under journal elements on my website, you'll get these, which I'm really mad at myself about January, and I'll tell you why in a minute. And I'm mad at myself about February, but December is currently up there. So at least we have the rest of this year ready to roll. So these are, this is artwork that I did for Adornit for their Pillow Talk release, which is to create embroidered pillows. But a lot of you guys don't embroider. So I decided to create these as collage elements. So you get these as a full size, which is a half a page and then a quarter of a page of an 8.5 by 11. And then you get them shrunk down and smaller as well. So December is ready to roll. Here's what I did. Normally I get my black and white one. I add all my detail to it and then I scan it and then I color it. Well, apparently I forgot to scan it. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put it up there without the black and white one, and then I will add the black and white one when I have time. But for $5, you'll get the colored ones in lots of different sizes. So they're super fun. And then you can use them to make a calendar. You could use them in your journals. You could use them wherever you want. But the girls are, there's always a girl, and there's always an icon, and then there's always the wording for the months. Okay? So that is new. And then there is the holiday gift giving class. It's the creative art of holiday gifting. It's November 18th. It is at 10 a.m. It's $30. And what you're going to get is we're going to make gifts. We're going to make kindness cards, gift card holders, lace keychains, a wooden nickel pendant, and a memo pad. And then you're going to make toppers, bows, and pom-poms to go on gifts. So you're going to have gifts ready to go and wrapping ideas ready to wrap your gifts. So that one is $30, and it's at 10 a.m. on November 18th. Always recorded. You can always watch it later. All right. So my friend Carmen and I are having lunch today, and we're going to talk about this. But this is the prompt list for October. It's not up yet. It won't go up until next week. So we're doing October and Inktober together. Inktober is started by Jake. I can't remember his last name. Weidman? I don't know. Jake something. And he did it because he's an illustrator and he wanted to practice something for 31 days. And he wanted it to be creepy cool. Great. Jake Parker. Thank you, Carmen. His prompts are very creepy cool. Our prompts are not as creepy cool. So, you know. But they could be if you want to make them that way. But we're going to do mostly black and white art with spot coloring. So I've given it a lot of thought. A lot. And I have to talk to Carmen and make sure this is okay. But I'm pretty sure I need to tell you guys to go buy one of these Kleenex boxes. But I have to ask Linda. Linda, do you have tissues or Kleenex or something in boxes like this in the UK? And do you think they do in Scotland as well? Because we're going to use this box to create our cards. They're going to go into this box, okay? Oh, thank you, Linda. Well, I hope they do in Scotland and also Australia for Robin. And there's several of others of you in Mexico and other places. I'm pretty sure Mexico does. But anyway, go buy a Kleenex box. It doesn't have to be cute like this one. It can be whatever. You can buy them at the dollar store. But you want one of these Kleenex boxes. Okay, that's going to be what we put our cards in for October. Carmen, is that okay with you? I hope. All right, so that's the plan. I don't know why I'm asking Carmen, but Carmen has a special thing for this month for everybody. That's why I'm asking Carmen. Sue, I have not posted the Art for Journal Play Day yet. I hate scanning things, I will tell you. If I could hire an assistant, it would be to scan and keep all my files straight. Because I am horrible. Obviously, I lost the January and February one. Oh, what are the size of the cards, Jacqueline wants to know? I don't know yet. I haven't got that far. So they will be, let's just say, 4 inches wide by, I'd cut them 6 or 7 to be for sure. What did I just say? 4 by 6 or 7. But you may not want to pre-cut them because we might do foldovers, or we might do foldovers this way, or we might do some other shape. We might do a haunted house because Lindsay really wants to. So I don't think I would pre-cut them. I mean, you could pre-cut the width, but maybe don't pre-cut the height. I don't know. So maybe cut some that are 8. I can't tell you. Let me figure that out. Maybe I'll post a list so we can have a deck to work with, and then we'll just pick from that. That's probably a good idea. All right, so we did our rainbow yesterday. Okay, let's bring the camera down. We did the rainbow yesterday. Today we are doing an S that is a sunshine girl. And I got to tell you what, I didn't do an R on this one. And I'm not sure how to do an S on this one, but I can tell you this for sure. I want to use some of these papers to do the background. So let's do that first. Yeah, I saw one of the big scrapbooking companies did a book that was a haunted house that folded out. I mean, I'm sure everybody's done them before. I'm sure my friend Michelle has done them. I'm sure of that one. I haven't, however. So we'll do one. We're going to do the top, the torn edge, because I kind of like the torn edge. Yeah, let's look at the directions. Hold on. Is there a haunted house on this? Please don't make it early in the month. There it is, the 26th. Yay. All right, so I'm going to glue this down. It's just a dictionary page. I think I'm going to glue that side down. Yeah, I may have to add an R to this because I realize there's no big R. And you guys did them on yours and it looks so cute. So I may add an R on top of the rainbow. Not sure. Today is a very exciting day for me. I am going to take a shower. That's an exciting day. And why am I taking a shower? Because I get to have lunch with my girlfriends. So excited, you guys. It's all of us, all 6 of us in a room together at once. Just doesn't happen very much anymore. But it will. It will today. Oh, Sammy says do a vellum R. That's a good idea. I want to use this cute little doily, but I also want to use this. Some papers on top of each other. You could use tea-dyed vellum and do your R on that, Linda says. That's a good idea. I do have tea-dyed vellum somewhere. Speaking of tea dyeing, my daughter is taking me to San Francisco this week for my birthday gift from her. Just me and her, which is exciting to me. This is the middle one, the pastry chef. And she gets free rooms at the Hyatt Hotel. So we're staying at the Hyatt Hotel, which in Japantown is called the Kabuki Hotel. And the reason we're going to Japantown, well, number one, because there's a Hyatt Hotel there. And then also, that's where the Japanese pen store is. So it's called Maidu, and so she's taking me, she asked me where I wanted to go for my birthday, and I said Maidu. Duh. I think we'll use a little bit of this too. This is so thin. You know, paper gets really like crumbly thin when it gets older. I don't know where I got this from, some thrift store. Beautiful paper. So we'll use a little bit of this at the bottom. Yeah, my social life in the fall, Sammy, is worth its weight in gold. I make sure that I stay very busy in the fall. In fact, I told my husband, we don't have any plans for November or December, and I'm making plans. I want to do something in November and December. I don't want to sit around. I want to go somewhere and do something. As my mom had dementia for so long, and I took care of her for so long, that now that I don't have to take care of an older person at the moment. My mother-in-law is close. My father-in-law is very close, but he has a wife. Yeah, I just want to make up for lost hanging out time. It's dead center. I'm rubbing with my fingers because the glue comes through the holes, and that way we can get rid of any sticky. That's the best thing about Fabrifix. The best. Oh, let's back up. So my daughter is taking me to San Francisco this weekend, and she found this tea she wanted to go to, a high tea. And I said, sure, you're taking me, so I'll take you to tea. So she sent me the information about the tea, and she said, they only have 2 spots left. Choose what time you want to go. So she screenshot the picture of the tea rooms, you know, that you sign up for. Ridiculous. I said, Riley, $105 for tea? Seriously? And she goes, oh my gosh, I didn't look. I had no idea. I'm like, well, it's $105. We're not going. We are not going. I said, unless you want to pay for it, I'm not paying for high tea. I need to save money for pens. All right, so we're drawing a sunshine girl today. Where's the S going to go? I have no idea, but somebody remind me we need an S, because on this one, I didn't do an R, and I have to have one. So let's draw our girl. I'm going to draw her over to one side, so maybe she can hold an S over here, I'm thinking. Drawing sunshine girls for fall, because I love giving them sweaters and turtlenecks and stuff. I hope you guys can see. Neck. So there's the turtleneck part. Why are they called turtlenecks? Because your neck pops out of them like a turtle? Yeah. We'll see how that looks. Dresses in the fall. I don't like that. So we'll go this direction maybe. Love wearing dresses in the fall and the summer. Yeah, I hate all of this. Got to go. Maybe my turtleneck needs to be smaller, or my skirt needs to be thinner. I don't know. I don't know. So let's maybe skinny this girl down a bit. She doesn't have to be chunky like me. So we're thinning down her bodice and making her turtleneck smaller. There we go. And then she can have Ugg boots. The hardest part when making a sunshine girl is making sure your legs are straight down from your neck. Covered skirt. That's a good possibility. Mom's Ugg boots. I know. Does that sound weird? Like when somebody dies in your family, have you like used their clothing or do you get rid of it? We kept a couple of my dad's t-shirts. Those. I don't think it's weird personally. Any of this, I gotta say. Started out just in a weird way, I think. And very short. So I think we'll do a Peter Pan collar instead, because I did not like the turtleneck. Cuteness, #1. Is on her skirt. But I don't like that S. I'm not liking anything today, am I? One of those days, you guys. It's a good thing I'm going out to lunch with my friends because it's not a drawing day. This is a day where I would work on the computer. That was yesterday. Oh well. It's all heard my message that if you do not allow emails from me on my website, that you really, really are going to want to. Honestly, I don't like anything about this, so. In her skirt with S's. Long again, so my girl's going to have really long hair again. I think we'll give her a bow here. I also think part of the problem is I don't like her waist. It got really wide. Skinnier, because who doesn't want a skinnier waist? So let's draw it in our girls. Better. Finally, I'm almost happy. Okay. Write a little something something in there, but I definitely wanted a big S because I'm not happy on the pages that I don't have a big S, a big whatever. But because it's fall, we're going to give her a sunflower, I think, in her hair and some leaves. It was almost divorce court time yesterday. I thought I would tell you all. Usually divorce court only happens when we back up the trailer because I screw that up every time and I get in trouble. Why can't you be like a man? They can figure it out every time. Like, well, because I have boobs, I don't know why I can't, but I basically can't see straight. So yesterday I went outside to my husband. I said, you have called for the dog, right? We do have a place to take the dog so that when we go on our anniversary trip, the dog doesn't have to go with us. Because last year, well, every year the dog goes with us. And he has a lot of fun, but he's getting old, right? Last year, I think it almost killed him jumping in and out of my husband's truck. So we tried to make him a ramp, and that's not working out real well. So I said, he just can't go. Let's move everything down so I'm not straining as much. I said, he just can't go. And this was a year ago. We decided that he should call for the place where the dog goes. It's called the Kennels, and it's a lovely place. He's outside free in a little area, and there's a pond, and it's lovely. I said, you better make sure that you call, and you did, right? You called, and the dog has a place to stay. Because I haven't been asking, but he is a procrastinator, and I am not. I am if you tell me something needs to be done, I am going to do it right now, gosh darn it. Well, he didn't call, and guess what? They don't have any spots for the dog because it's fall break, and everybody is traveling. So I said, well, I guess we just won't go. I'm going to call and cancel, because that's me. I just get pissy really fast. Don't mess with me, because I get pissy fast. Pissy fast. Anyway, so he said, no, give me a few minutes. I'll find something. So I went on Facebook, which is what I do, and I went to our local page and I said, hey guys, does anybody have a good dog sitter? And right away, I got like 10 people who told me of this lady. So I came outside and I told him I found somebody, and he goes, I found somewhere too. We just have to get the dog to Truckee. And I said, well, that means the dog has to go in the car, and that means there's going to be hair in the car for the whole trip, and that means I'm going to be sick. So I said, let's go see this lady. So we did. We took the dog up to see this lady where she lives near us. Gosh, it's just like our house. He loved it. And she has a dog, and he got along good with her dog, and it was fabulous. So that's where Charlie is going while we go to our place. Pretty excited. No dogs allowed on my anniversary trip. Last maybe 5 years around anniversary time, and we love going. We get to see all the fall leaves near where we live, and they haven't turned yet, but I think by the time we go, they'll all be turned, or most of them. Well, that is a very, what do you call it, shoulder. There in her shoulder. Oh, well. So, yeah, the lady was super sweet, and we know all the same people, and we live in the same town, and it's great. So that's exciting. And then, so we go on this trip to see fall leaves. So I was going to tell you, this morning on Good Morning America, right as I came downstairs here, I get to see the first 5 seconds of the Today Show or Good Morning America or something. And they were talking about New England and how people are tromping on other people's properties to see leaves. Like they park in front of a house that is clearly someone's home, and they just trash the place looking for leaves. It's so awful. And so people are starting to put up ropes and signs, and I blame that all on the internet. It's because we all post pictures of the cool places that we go, and then other people see them and want to go, and now we're ruining all the cool places to go. So we don't share our secret spots at all. These kind of eyes today. Little half parentheses. Like that. Respectful when we go, but some of these people, I gotta tell you, like when it snows where we live, they'll come to our off-ramp, they will leave dirty diapers. That's the main one. They will leave their toboggans and all that kind of stuff. It's just so maddening that I mean, what if I went to your house and I left a dirty diaper in your front yard? So be respectful. Pack in and then pack out. Don't leave anything there. Don't leave a trace. Don't pull tree limbs. Only pick up leaves off the ground. Don't pull them off the tree. Mind your children. Don't drive your car on somebody's property. Don't go on somebody's property. I mean, come on. Cashmere cardigan sweater because it is cold. Not really. Not yet. So find her. This S looks like one of those balloons. Whatever. Around this little bow that I gave her. Oh, my Uggs have holes in them, so this year I may have to buy new ones. I have a pair of Ugg boots that I bought when I was married to that other guy, so that has to be 40 years ago. And then I have my mom's that I inherited, and they both have holes in them. So I have to buy new Uggs, like real Uggs. Do one of those she stories. Or she lives for. Have to breathe. Sunshine. I can't think. The sunshine. And the sunshine. She lives for the days when the air gets crisp and the smell of fall is all around. And the sunshine is her. Better now. In her heart. So I'm going to give her some polka dotted tights. I love wearing tights. Does anybody else wear tights? Okay. I'm going to go around this one more time just so it's a little bit thicker when I cut it out. It's like a balloon. Looks like one of those big Mylar balloons, which I hate. They're horrible for the environment. Lining today. Dots on this S. Watched a movie that I will tell you is a waste of your life last night. It was called Inside with Willem Dafoe, who we both love Willem Dafoe. But when it was, we fast forwarded half of it because it was so bad. And when it was over and it ended in one of those endings where you're like, really, that's how you're going to end this? We both looked at each other and said, well, that's an hour that we'll never get back for our life. It was an awful movie. Don't waste your breath. It's on Amazon or Prime or whatever you call that. All right, let's give her some color, shall we? I still have pencil lines. All right, we're going to start at at the bottom and work our way Ugg. We're going to work our way Ugg. Does anybody follow Donny Osmond besides me? I follow him on Instagram. Well, I'd follow him anywhere personally, but he is getting a little creepy looking. Him and Marie have had just too much plastic surgery, and I'm not very happy about it. But he had a video yesterday on his Instagram page where, ooh, I mean, you got to stop. You got to start looking your age, because it's a little much. But I still love him. It's okay. I do love him. Sad, a couple years ago, I think it was even during the pandemic, when Donnie and Marie had their last show in Las Vegas, and I didn't find out about it until it was too late and I couldn't get tickets. And it is not puppy love. I've always loved him. It was very hard for me growing up to choose between Donny Osmond and Michael Jackson, so I didn't. I chose them both. I loved them both. Okay, I think she's going to have these dark greenish brown tights. Tights that color. To just try to be him and not look younger. Well, that's a true fact. I told my daughter I want to go to. I haven't told her what it is. She was going to think I'm crazy, but it's called A Case for Making. And it is they sell handmade watercolors. And you go in, and I'll take pictures for you guys so you can see. It's in San Francisco, and their handmade watercolors are gorgeous. Z, you have a size 11 foot. I have a size 10 foot. Are you guys talking about feet sizes? Here's an interesting fact. Both my mom, I was adopted, but my mom and I had the same size shoe. Isn't that funny? What's funny? I don't know. My birthday money to go to Case for Making to buy a couple of watercolors. They sell the half pans like these little half pan sizes, and they're usually like $8 to $10 or some crazy amount for one color. So I just buy a few colors when I'm there. But it's always fun, especially since we're going on the weekends. A lot of times they have girls there that are making the watercolors, and you can sit and watch. Oh, the colors are just happy in this. Happy colors. Different green. Try this green. Sweater, though, to just be a light brown. Lighter, but that's okay. But it's like a goldish color. Belt. A pretty green ribbon belt. Because it was very wet. Her sweater's wet. Going up into her sweater here. As we're discussing Ugg boots, I figured that out. Thank you. I'm glad you guys are having a good Ugg boot discussion. Years ago when they were affordable and they weren't a status symbol. They were a to keep your feet warm symbol. I worked at a place called Sport Chalet and I bought them there. I mean, it was years ago, so they've lasted a long time, but I don't think they last that long anymore. I've heard. Real ones this time. I'll buy what I can afford. That are, I think they're black and they have a lace up. They lace like they have ribbons in the back. Oh, they're so feminine and girly and pretty. That's what I want. I just dug my finger into the green paint. Talking sizes of shoes. Every time I look up, I see, I'm a size 5. I'm a size 10. And in here, we'll add some orange because it's fall and some of the leaves are turning colors. The other day, take an entire pine cone apart. And I mean, he took it apart. It was all in his mouth in one bite. Like, he didn't even have to go to his tree and put the pine cones away. He just took it apart. It was crazy. um, detail to her with colored pencil here in a few minutes. Precise with these leaves because I can't cut out that tight to a leaf. The Sport Chalet was one of my first sponsors when I skied. Was that the Sport Chalet up here? I worked at the original one. I worked for a man who was a Nazi fighter pilot. It was a very scary job when you're a little Jewish girl. Norbert Olbers. To know I was Jewish. Guys there who were in the army, the guys that worked for him, all the main offices of Sport Chalet were there in my town, and it was a little frightening. Hope says, Terry, I worked at the downhill ski shop. You worked at the downhill ski shop? How come I didn't know that, Hope? I worked as a cashier. It was the most fun job, I thought, because all these really cute guys, I always took the morning shift, so I would go in at 4 in the morning, and the guys would come and get their tanks filled to go scuba diving. Oh my gosh, there were some of the cutest guys. Right, Hope? There were hot boys coming in that store. And then I had to marry my stupid ex-husband. Right, Hope? Hope was in my wedding. I just forgot about that. I'm going to post a picture of you and me at my wedding. Because I don't have any pictures of him. I just have pictures of us. I did keep one just for posterity, but, you know. Hope and I were friends until I got married, and then everybody hated my ex-husband. And all the girls that were in my wedding stopped talking to me. 2 of my girlfriends wouldn't even be in my wedding because they hated him so much. Man. For the IRS, right? Just kidding. Yes, I'm just kidding, but he did, and for 2 years after I divorced him. I've never been audited since. Knock on wood. Maybe. Well, let's go around the edge of this. Oh, that is very dark. Oh, well. Letizia says, love is blind and marriage is an eye-opener. When you're 20 years old, oh yeah, it is. It wasn't a good eye-opener for me, but, you know. Well, it was an eye-opener. I realized at that point that you just don't marry people because you think they're going to be something that they're really not. You just marry them for who they are and don't try to change them. That's what I did the second time. Second and final. Okay. Pencil sharpener again. Not happy with that pencil sharpener today or yesterday. There we go. And some of those tiny, tight places that we couldn't get real well with watercolor. Well, I could if I had a better brush. Throat. Do you have any recommendations of what to watch on TV right now? I watched Virgin River, and it was hard to watch this year for me personally because it was stuff that was very close to the area that where we live in. That's all I'm going to say if you haven't watched it yet. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. It was great. You know, another Virgin River under the boat. Hope says from Orbox. What do you mean from Orbox? I know we met at Orbox, but I didn't know you worked at Sport Chalet. I mushed this. What happened? Of this pencil. Lifted his four-wheel drive truck this year, and so I think in November we're going to take as many play days as we can get and just go driving in the backwoods and see what we can see. Places to explore here where we live. A little like a jockey, just a little. Bit more than a little. She looks like a jockey. Maybe not too much. All right, let's color in some, and then we'll cut her out. Cut it out, girlfriend. I already told you guys about making sure that you're on my email on my website, right? Because I'm going to send out an email soon, and you're not going to want to miss it, I promise you. We have a date for the retreat. That's the other thing. It's the end of June, but it's not open yet for signups. I have some work to do before I can do that. And it was so tight last year. Carmen made a really nice suggestion sheet. And the one thing everybody suggested is that we have less people and more space for everybody. So this year, unfortunately, there's not going to be room for 30. There's only going to be room for, I think, 24. So I know it's going to sell out really fast. So that's one thing I'm going to email out when that is ready for sign up. So it'll be listed on Facebook, Instagram, and email. The other thing I cannot tell you yet, I am sworn to secrecy, which I'd like to say I'm doing a very good job at keeping a secret. I've kept it for almost a year. And I am not a secret keeper. You don't want to tell me your secrets, because I love sharing everything. But I have kept this for a year. I don't know, Linda, how you check. Just put it in again. It will only accept it once. So I believe it will only accept it once. I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't know about anything that has to do with the internet, but that's what I'm going to say. Recommendation, just put it in again if you're not sure that you've ever done it before. I've only sent out one email, so this will be the second one. I'm done here. We might add a little white. What else can I talk about? I don't know. From Adornit to be able to design some products for another company, which is very exciting to me. So I'm going to be starting on that next week. And I hope that they accept them. It's like when you're a licensed designer, what they do is they send out like a cattle call. It's an open for business call or whatever they call it, open for art, I forget what they call it. Anyway, so they just sent it out to all of their artists. And not all their artists get picked every time for their art. They choose between the best stuff. So I'm excited and nervous. I mean, if they don't pick me, you know, oh well. I'll be a grown-up and not cry. But it is exciting to me. I don't want to tell you what it is because I don't want to jinx it. But hopefully it pans out. Because I personally would love to be able to buy stuff from this company. With Adornit, so if they can produce it, even if they aren't producing it at that time, they usually tell me that I have to not be able to do that because I have a contract with them and I don't want to break my contract with them. I love working with them, but I have a million ideas. Bye, Pat. Which page is this on for the emails? Oh, on my website at creatorofcuteness.com. But if you regularly check Facebook, you'll find out about it as well. It's just going to be 24 people coming to the retreat, so there's not, you know, not a lot of wiggle room. I'm sure I'll have a giant waiting list. We had to take less people this year. The price is going up. So I got to make up for paying for that food somehow. The most expensive thing for a retreat is food. And the space and food. Isn't that amazing? Kind of crazy. Well, you know you've been accepted. The email, you mean? You won't know it. It'll just take it. But when would you know if you're accepted for the retreat? When it takes your money, because there will only be 24 spaces. Oh man, that's cute, isn't it? And I'm going to write S is for Sunshine Girls right there. Accept it as soon as you put it in. If that's what you're asking me, I'm sorry. Come on. And turn over. You have to be really careful when you use a burnishing tool and there's lots of loose areas, you know, like this little area right there. Be careful there. Sometimes I use my finger and my burnishing tool. Okay, well, that's a cute page. I like it. Karen says, no, you being accepted as an artist. Oh, I don't know when I'll know. But when I know, I'll tell you. It would be for product for 2024, probably holiday time. So I don't know when they decide. I do not want to make a mistake. I can talk again. Joan says, yes, I love those pasties. Pasties. I did it myself. They're called pasties. It's a Cornish, they're yummy. We have them here in Grass Valley. Well, I don't live in Grass Valley, but we have them in Grass Valley. We had them for the retreat. They were good. These colored pencils are picking up all the newspaper or the newsprint from the dictionary. So let's do a little bit of white. And then we'll be done. And I get to go take a shower. Oh, the excitement. Or yellow. Lighten that up a bit. Not that it's very dark to begin with, but it's pretty cute. Any down there. I'm going to go around the S. S's. Printing this weekend, and I have Thursday and Friday to myself, which is really exciting. I think I'm going to dye paper all over the kitchen. I'm going to make a giant mess. Turn on the radio and dance. When he's here, but I just kind of always feel weird. Here we go. S is for Sunshine Girls. Do you want me to read it to you? She lives for the days, oops, there's glue there. She lives for the days when the air gets crisp and the smell of fall is all around, and the sunshine is in her heart. She's a sunshine girl. Love that. Did that not get glued down? Oh, that's all right. Okay, that's it. I will take a picture of this and share it. Let's see what tomorrow brings us. RST. T is for tags. Oh, good. We get to make a tag. And then U is for unleash creativity. How about uncreative? Just kidding. All right. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. I hope you make a cute sunshine girl, and I hope you share it on the Facebook page, because I love to see what everybody has done. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Love you. Bye.